Hi all. Today I want to share the projects that I made for my mom. Her birthday is on the 3rd of May, and this year she is celebrating her 50th birthday, and I really wanted to make something special for her. I altered a box for her so that she could put all her like the small jewelry stuff that she has. This is the altered box, and this is the card. Both of them coordinate with each other. I've used the same papers, the same lace, and all. So I will start with the card, I guess. Um, this is a 7 by 7 inch easel card. Um, I think it came out awesome. Just as I had imagined when I started making it. This measures 7 by 7 inches, as I mentioned before. Um, to begin with this, these are some die cut butterflies that I used. They were originally white in color. I inked it up with these G Studio inks. No, Studio G inks. We don't have this here in Sri Lanka. We don't have any sort of ink pads here in Sri Lanka, but I got this from a rack. The person who did the rack was who sent me the rack was Pat Lloyd. She's such a sweet person. She sent me about 8 of these in various colors. I love them. So I used those two colors, and I used some a gold ink pad that I had, and just went over the first butterfly. I layered them on top and used this pretty sort of, this is what I have left of it. This rhinestones trim on the body of the butterfly here. Moving on, the verse, this sentiment, it says, "A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take." I think it like matches well with the function, because I love my mom more than anything else. And this came from the paper collection, and the paper collection that I used is the Kaisercraft Precious Moments paper collection. I cut it out. There's small flower here as well on the same sentiment. I layered it on top of, actually I layered it on top of three cardstock layers. The bottom one you can't see, I layered some lace on top. And this is a box pleated trim. I'm sorry guys, I don't have a piece left to show you because I used up everything. It's sort of like a baby pink shimmery trim, and on top of it I layered this beautiful Gaipia lace trim here. I'll show you. This is the lace that I used on top, and on top of that I layered this nice sort of like rhinestone trimming here as well. This is the rhinestone trimming. So I think it came out pretty awesome. I covered the whole, I pasted the whole thing around the whole sentiment. And then here, this is half of a doily that I found. Guys, this is awesome. I will show you. These all the trims that I'm showing here in this video are open for swaps. If anyone is interested, please private message me, and I will sort of like give you the details if you're interested in doing a swap for these items. This I got just yesterday because I went out shopping with my mother, and I found this shop where they had this. I have never seen these kind of things in Sri Lanka before, and I got about 10 of these. Um, Not very cheap, I have to say, but it's worth it. I think it's quite worth it. I cut one of this in half and I layered it behind it. I think it gives a very nice effect. And talking about the flower cluster here, I used some pretty daisies. I put a green one here as well because there are green flowers in the paper that I used. A gold color butterfly. I made a stick pin here, and another stick pin here. I use skeleton leaves, mulberry paper leaves. All of these are mulberry paper flowers. I'm not sure whether there are specific names to call these, but I got these from Bangkok, and there are some small flowers here as well. So I added four pearls, flat back pearls on the four corners of the card. These pearls I got from the same RAK pack that Pat Lloyd sent me. She sent me 3 packs of this. A yellow one, a white one, and a blue one. I am so thankful for her for sending me this RAK, and she's such an awesome, sweet person. And I used some pretty little daisies here as well, small daisies, or whatever you call it. Um, well, that is sort of like the front, and when you open it up, this is how it stands. Okay. Um, I think it came out pretty awesome. I use the same kind of butterfly here, the Taika butterflies, and I inked it up just the same way, and then I inked, put some not filigree butterflies, just plain butterflies on top, and use the same rhinestone trimming for the body. I used a piece of Kaisercraft bling. No, not Kaisercraft, it's Bella bling. A piece of this for the butterflies trail, and I used pretty trims here. I got these also from the same shop, and I think they're totally awesome. This is the trimming on the this is the trimming that I used here. So I think it's really nice. And the white one that I used here is this one. It's quite plain. It doesn't have anything on the center band, so that's why I put the same rhinestone trimming in the middle, in the center of it, so it holds a card. And I use some of those pearls, adhesive pearls that Pat sent me as a finishing touch. So that is the card that I made for my mom. I hope she likes it, and I hope she has a fantastic birthday this time. So now I will move on to the box that I altered. This is the box that I altered. I think it measures about 5 by 5 or 5.5 by 5. I'm not really sure, but I use the same paper pad for this. I use the small roses, the paper with the small roses. I layered the beautiful lace that I showed you earlier, this one, all around the edge of the top of the box. I rolled these 4 corners here, rolled them back. Use the paper that I used in the middle is from the Kaisercraft Bundle of Joy paper pad. It has a nice shine to it. So I used some bling here, the Kaisercraft bling. I used a piece of this, I don't know, well, it gives a nice blingy look, so I just put it there. This is a booklet I got. We really do not have much resources here in Sri Lanka, so I tend to do swaps for what I can send from Sri Lanka and what people would like. This booklet was given to me in a swap, and her name is Sherry Gonzalez from Washington, I think. Yes, Sherry Gonzalez. Thank you so much. She sent me so many tidbits. She sent me 2 booklets, ribbon threaders, some charms. Wonderful person. So I covered up the holes that you insert brads with some small flowers. I embossed the phrase mom in silver embossing powder. I don't have glossy accents, so I just use normal white glue. It gave a nice look, but not like glossy accents. From the corners that I rolled up the paper, I put some tulle in on all the edges, and I used a big cluster of flowers here, and it coordinates well with the card. I used a piece of lace here. I gathered it up and made it like sort of into a half of a flower shape. I will show you the lace that I used. It is also absolutely stunning. Beautiful lace. Okay, so that's it. I use some stick pins here as well, 2 stick pins, Kaisercraft bling. So that's it on the lid. I do hope I'll be able to open this up with one hand. Yes, when you open it up, this is the back of the lid. I put a pocket here so that she can put any tags if she wants, any notes. This these two pieces came from a trim, and I'll show that to you as well. This is the trim. I cut it out and sort of like adhered the two pieces there on the two corners. And the lace that I used for the pocket is this one. And I use the same paper, the paper from the Kaisercraft Bundle of Joy paper pack. So on the edges of the lid, I used the same box pleated trim that I used in the card. And this is a wonderful trim that I got. It is this one. Just wonderful. I covered all four sides of the lid with that one. And then on the inside, I layered some lace here as well, and it sort of like gives a pom-pom effect. It's not a pom-pom trim, but it's sort of like this is the lace that I used. So on the edges. So I colored the complete box with pearl color paint, acrylic paint, and this is half of the doily that I cut out from after using the other half in the card. And I distressed the papers and put it here. I went over it with a dry brush with the pearl acrylic paint to give it a nice shabby look. So that's my box. And oops, I forgot. For the feet I used some big beads. I colored it in pearl paint as well, and put some pieces of this trimming here as feet as well. And I distressed the paper as well. So that is the box that I ordered for my mom. I do hope she likes it, and I do hope all of you who are watching this liked it. And please leave me a comment, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.